nation now. We don't care how. Gonna live this dream like a movie scene.
Okay, so we made it back home. It's cold in Maine. They said what? It's like 3 degrees outside.
It says 13. The wind is by a little, but it's not 3.
It does feel warmer. It's not that bad about what I was expecting.
It's probably 10 degrees.
Hagrid's ended up only being an hour and 30-minute wait, which only being it's Hagrid's. But it had said a 2-hour wait, so when you're expecting longer, it's nice that it's not. I got to ride in the car on the bike that time, and Donnie rode in the car. As usual, that's a great ride. Then after that, we went. Donnie had another churro. He likes the churros. So after Hagrid's, we went back over to Studios and we got the Mardi Gras food card. They do a special, I think, for non-pass holders. You can buy a $50 card and get $60. I can't quite remember what that is. But as far as the pass holders go, you can buy $120 on a card and you get $150. So that's what we ended up doing. Those cards never expire. We have intent to bring it back with us when we come down for Halloween Horror Nights this year and use it then. Then we went into the park and We tried out the beignets, which is a Mardi Gras staple at Universal. What did you think?
They're good. Like fried dough, sugar. I like sweets anyway, so they were good.
I liked them. It was the first time I had tried them too, I believe. But like he said, they're similar to a doughboy or an elephant ear, just in a little pillow shape.
Yeah.
After we got done eating the beignets, we went over to Hollywood. We were trying to walk around looking at the different food booths, seeing what was all being offered to decide what we wanted to eat. And a lot of the characters were doing meet and greets in Hollywood, so I ended up meeting Homer and Bart Simpson. And then Marilyn was out across the street from Homer and Bart, but I noticed that Shaggy, Daphne, and Fred were coming out of the Five and Dime. So I went over and started talking with them, and we had a nice little conversation walking around Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, that was pretty neat interaction.
Oh, she's at the library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's doing a book report for fun. I know, right?
No book reports for us.
Did you see the parade today?
Yes. Most definitely. Yeah. I actually plan on surprise.
Oh, there you go. So are you trying out any of the food?
Yeah, we just tried. How were they?
You say beignet.
Not yet.
Don't eat the baby. No, you need to find the baby, but you don't eat the baby.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve and I learned that the hard way.
Oh.
All right, anybody that wants me to
Oh yeah, no. So he's actually. Remember I said that he found out the hard way. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, do you want to get a picture?
Yeah. That's
Oh, there we go.
I've been getting it all.
Then after, then we went over and met Marilyn. This was a different Marilyn from the one that I had met last year. Got my pictures taken with her. Then after Marilyn, we went over to the smoking area, and lo and behold, Doc was sitting on the train, just hanging out. So when he came over behind the train, we ended up having a nice little conversation with him and was talking. I could tell Doc really likes lobster, huh?
Yeah, that was a good interaction.
Then we went over to Chez Alcatraz and got a drink. We got the single rider. I don't remember what's in it outside of the fact that there's Southern Comfort in it. It's an off-menu item, and it is really, really good drink. Got to meet Murph. He ended up doing, the girl in front of me had bought the Shark Attack, which is a drink and comes with a little show, so Murph did that show. Then we went over to the Tonight Show store to check out the David S. Pumpkins clothing and the what are those two guys called?
I'm not sure. They look like skeletons.
The skeleton guys' outfits. They were the ones that they actually used in the real skit on Saturday Night Live. That was quite neat.
I'm David Pumpkins!
I know, but like, who are you?
I'm David Pumpkins, man!
Okay, yeah. And David Pumpkins is.
His own thing!
And the skeletons are part of it!
Why are you part of this ride?
To do this!
Yeah.
walking around, we ended up running into the Blues Brothers doing their show. We caught like the tail end of it. Really, really good show. And when they're very interactive, they come off the stage. I was talking to one of them, and lo and behold, he's from my neck of the woods back in, he's from the east side of Illinois. I'm from the west side of Indiana, so, but maybe 20 minutes from each other. That was neat to do. Got to talk with Mabel and the guy that does the saxophone. He plays a hell of a saxophone.
Yeah. That's a good show all the time, every time. It seems like it.
After we watched Blues Brothers, we went over to the Transformers, and Bumblebee was out, who is my favorite Transformer. So I had to go meet him and have my picture taken with him. And I let him know that Optimus Prime might be number one, but I love Bumblebee, and he's my favorite. So after Bumblebee, we went over to the Puerto Rico food booth, and Donnie tried the, and if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, but pinchos de lechon.
Small meat on a stick. That's what it looked like. That's what I call it.
Well, that's what it
With a
is.
piece of bread, too.
Small pieces of meat on a stick is what it was. The guys were grilling it right there, like it was fresh off the grill.
It was delicious, is what it was. Regardless, it was good.
It was very good. I had a little bit seasoned really well and everything. I wish we would been able to get more.
Yeah, that was good.
The line for the Puerto Rico booth was long. Then we went down to the across from Mel's Drive-In. It's a Mardi Gras booth, but it just serves drinks.
Well, no, I guess it does do the.
It does mocktails too.
Mocktails.
What did you get? Was it-
Frozen brandy, some kind of frozen brandy drink.
Right.
It was awesome, and I wanted to try it because coffee brandy's big in the state of Maine. So I've never seen a brandy drink often. Anytime we've been down there anywhere. So I thought it was neat to try a brandy drink, and it was amazing. It had brandy, it had milk, it had nutmeg on top, and see, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But there was something else, some kind of cream with it too. It was good anyway. It was a good drink, and it was fairly strong drink.
I got the souvenir cup and got, what was it? Bananas Foster? Was that the name of it?
Yeah, something
like that.
Some banana.
That was really good.
That was really good too.
That went down way too quick. That went down like really quick. My drink was 20 ounces. Donnie's drink was 12 ounces. And before he even had half gone of his, mine was gone. So I had a little bit of a glow. We were just walking around, and like when you're in big crowds like that, you're walking around, you got people next to you, you look at the people, you might give a nod or whatever, but you don't really pay much mind to it. So we're walking, and I look over to my side, and the person on my side looks over at me, we lock eyes, and all of a sudden, out my mouth, Nikki! We ran into Rick and Nikki from Rick's Flicks. So we talked to them for a little bit. I gave them a couple of Mardi Gras bracelets that I made. Jordan was with them. I met her as well. Had our picture taken with Rick and Nikki. That was kind of neat. Unexpected. Totally unexpected. It kind of like shocked me when I looked over and saw her and actually recognized the person next to me versus not knowing who they were.
Yeah, he's definitely taller in person than on YouTube.
He's 6'2", I believe, so.
On YouTube, you wouldn't think he was that tall. He just wouldn't.
And then the parade performers came out on the stilt walkers and the ones that were dressed up, and they were handing out beads, and I had some pictures taken with them, got some beads from them. So we went over to Islands again so I could ride the Hulk, because we bought the photo package and I wanted to get my money's worth out of it. Donnie's not really a fan of the Hulk, so I just went over and went into Islands, rode the Hulk real quick, did the single rider line, really easy. I think it was like 9 cars and I was in, and had my picture taken on that. It's a fun ride, but it messes with my head a little bit, weirdly enough. Then we went over to Central Park Crepes, and Donnie had been wanting to try a crepe all day, so we ended up getting the strawberry Nutella, however it said. What'd you think of that?
That was a mistake. It took forever to get, which is fine because the place was busy. But
You waited a half hour for this.
but it just, I'd never had one before, and so my expectations of what it was and what it would taste like was different than what it was. Maybe there's different ways of making them, obviously. Different ones may taste differently, but for me, it was the Nutella, whatever the hell that is. Imitation peanut butter, and whatever. I don't know even what that stuff is. I don't like that anyway, and I didn't realize I didn't like it, I guess, until after I ordered it. So,
But
I learned a lesson. I ate it, but I didn't care for it.
the strawberry, the whipped cream, and the crepe part was all good, right?
Yeah, that was great. But also with them, I thought that I didn't realize it was a soft shell. I always thought they were like a harder, crunchier shell on them.
Oh.
And there is probably something they make similar to that. It's just got a different name that I'm thinking about. You know,
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Because I'm not one to know. I'm a plain Jane person, so I don't know a lot about a lot of different kinds of foods and all that. So.
And after the crepe, we went over and found a spot to watch the parade. We finished out the night watching the parade.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a wonderful end to the trip, actually, for us.
Yeah, it was definitely the cherry on top for finishing out the trip. Because once the parade was over, we went back to the room and crashed.
Yeah, it was a lot less stressful than last trip with delays and everything else, that's for sure.
Oh yes. Breeze is so much better than Frontier, or at least has been.
In my opinion, it is, yeah.
So we got off the plane, got to the car, found the car with a dead battery, flat tire, and the phone won't hook up to the radio, so I can't listen to my music.
Well, the tire thing, we have a slow leak on one of the rims for her studded snow tires, so I have to put air in that every morning anyway, because it won't seal right to the rim. We got to buy a new rim at some point. So that was expected. The battery, to me, I didn't expect it, but it's been so cold that it just killed the battery. It's just a tiny little battery in this car anyway, so.
But all went well. Another person who was on the flight ended up bringing his truck over, jumped the car so the battery was going. We brought the little air compressor, got the tire inflated, and now we're almost home. We're over halfway home.
Yeah, about 40 minutes or so, we'll be home.
So this was a great trip. We did so much stuff.
We did pack a lot into this trip, really, as far as pack goes.
But yeah, thank you for watching this series, and there will be more.
We'll see you on the next one.
The sun is shining bright. Time to take a flight. Sand between our toes, where the ocean flows.